What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back the day after a big win. Still a big win, an important win. But the topic is, can we be a top team? Because that's basically the post-game vibe in the pressers. That's what the players were talking about. That's what everybody's kind of hoping for. That's the aim, becoming a top team again. Because right now, we have not been a top team over the last couple of seasons. Depending on what you define a top team, but for me, we definitely have not been a top team, and we're still not a top team. But that's the goal, that's the aim. And how far are we from being a top team? Well, the players, they actually believe not that far, to be honest. But we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna do the player ratings, which weren't easy, to be honest, especially because of that second half. But I will give it a shot, and take the criticism in the comments as always. But before we do that, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about this top team. Okay, so before we do the player ratings, the top team, top players, world-class players, like all these things, a lot of us talk about, and we all hope that we become a top team and we have top players or world-class players. We have potential. That's how I will describe it. There is potential in this squad. That's what the players are saying. All of them coming out are basically echoing the same thing, that they trust Motta, they are following Motta, they believe in what Motta's trying to do. They're young, they're full of talent, they're hungry, they know that they make mistakes, they know that they need to learn, they know that they need to improve, but they all of them are convinced that they could become a top team in the next, I don't know, year, 2 months, 3 months, 2 years, who knows. But that was the vibe post game. You can go from Savona to Cambiasso to Timothy Weah to Yildiz and Motta. They all believe that they're going into the right direction. They all talk about, we have a lot of potential in this squad. They all hype each other up, obviously, teammates. But still, they talk about stuff that makes it very interesting. They talk about specifics where it's about positioning, it's about their roles, which I didn't hear last season or the last couple of years. It was more about, like a lot of the interviews were without substance. Basically, they asked Timothy Weah what changed with last season, and well, Timothy Weah was polite and he said, "Well, I'm playing up front." Basically, that's what he was trying to say. So they're all honest, and I appreciate that. But they're all also very, I think, level-headed. They know that, like, you can come out of this game, post-game being a player, and say, fantastic, everything is perfect, we won and we move on. But they all come out with the same thing of, yeah, it's a good win, but we still need to improve. Thiago Motta, the hype for Cambiasso and Yildiz and whatever, and he came on and he said, they can do better, they should be doing better, and they should. There needs to be a lot more consistency in this team. That comes from him, the coaching, the setup, whatever, but the players individually as well. They can all improve, and we need to improve. If you want to become a top team, this is still far from being a top team. It's a good direction, and we're gonna need some tweaks in the transfer window because the team has some holes. I get it, but also players need to start clicking more. Players are gonna need to show up more consistent. I think a player like Koopmeiners, who I thought was okay, but he needs to do much more. Gonzalez, have seen nothing of him, to be honest, besides that 1-2 game, whatever you want, or whatever it was. Douglas Luiz injured. Like, all these things come into play very soon. I think those things will determine, are we potentially on pace of becoming a top team, or are we looking at a transfer window where we spend over 100 million and these players are not going to put us into a place where we want to be, But let's go into the player ratings. Perin, 6, standard 6. He had absolutely nothing to do. Yeah, like, I don't know. He had absolutely. Did he make a save? I doubt it. He didn't make a save. That was just, yeah. I mean, for him, probably a very boring game, But 6, kept a clean sheet, and that's more I can ask for. Savona, 5.5. Didn't have his best of games. Lost the ball a couple of times in a weird way, just by himself. Read the game a couple of times wrong, especially in that first half, in my opinion. I mean, it wasn't a horrible, shocking game, but it wasn't also a very good game for him. So 5.5. Gatti 6. Could be 6.5 as well. Solid. They kept the clean sheet. Never in trouble, in my opinion. Even though in the second half, some might have a feeling we were going to concede or whatever. But yeah, besides that weird thing he did against Milinkovic-Savic in the first half, where I think he just has lapses of concentration, and that's why I still do not rate him that highly, because he does stuff where I'm like, why? Like, was that really needed? Are you that bored that you need to do that? So, but that's Gatti, I guess. Kalulu 7. I thought he was excellent, playing high, winning the ball back high, playing out from the back, closing out things, pushing the ball up the field. I thought he was good. He wasn't good against Inter. He wasn't good against Stuttgart. He was okay against Lille. It wasn't horrible. Like, it wasn't fantastic, but it was okay. I thought he was good again now. So good for him. Happy for him. We're going to need him post break against Milan. That's going to be interesting. Cambiasso, I thought he was man of the match. 7.5. That run basically made that game. I know we scored that second one very late, but, that was a 1-0 game, and it was because of him, because he broke that game open completely, he's an excellent player. The way he drives the ball, the way he just frees up the ball as well, the way he can, just link up play, like, beat his man. He's just an excellent player. And for me, personally, he was the man of the match. And that's one of those players I'm looking at. I'm like, if you want to become a top team and we want top players, well, you're up that list. It will probably not all depend on you, but man, a lot will need to come from you. And right now he's on that pace. So 7.5. Locatelli, Thuram, and Koopmeiners. Let me put that midfield together. I gave them all 6s because I think right now this is the most balanced team. However, it's not finished. I've seen good moments, and I've seen things where I'm like, okay, there needs to be more consistency, and that's the point I was trying to make earlier on. With Locatelli, I thought he had a good game again. I thought he had a very good game again. So maybe that's a bit harsh, 6. He read the game well. He broke the game well perfectly, and that was kind of needed, especially in that second half. Thuram, in that first half, I thought he was very good, progressing the ball, freeing up the space. At times, it feels like at times he doesn't reach a ball, but he does, and then he gets a foul. But, like, he's getting better and better, and you can see that with his progressive runs, the way he tries to push the ball up the field. He plays with more confidence right now. It's still not perfect. At times, it looks weird. It looks shaky, it looks a bit awkward, but he's going to need some time, I believe, because he has some attributes that I think are vital to beat teams in a low block. Now, Torino were not playing in an extreme low block. I know they played with 5 at the back, say Motta, but it wasn't that extreme in my opinion, or that was my feeling. But if teams sit back, Thuram is going to be vital. However, he's going to need to clean up his game. If he does that, he's going to be a problem for many teams. If not, it will be hit and miss at times. And Koopmeiners 6. I thought he had a good first half, much more involved. Second half kind of disappeared like everybody. We didn't have the ball, and you didn't see a lot of Koopmeiners. A bit unlucky that he didn't get his goal again this game, but we need to find a way to get Koopmeiners more involved, like that first half. That pass he played against to way out for the 2-0, and that got cancelled because of handball. That was excellent. Like, these are things I need to see from Koopmeiners with more consistency. So 6. We are 7. I will give him a 7 because of that goal. Perfect timing again. And defensively, he was excellent. Like, he outpaced a couple of Torino players when it was needed because they were on the counter-attack. So 7 for me, purely based on that. However, in that position, he doesn't offer enough, in my opinion. The difference with Conceição is worrying. That's what I was trying to say, because we rely heavily on Conceição. What Conceição brings, Weah cannot bring. It's not even close what he can bring, and he should be doing more. He has the pace. Like, I don't know what it is. He should be doing much better. And yes, he finds a way to pop up, but that right hand side is kind of that when he plays. There's nothing going on there, because you have Savon as well. It's not overlapping. It's not like Cambiasso and Yildiz on the other side. I need to expect more from Weah, and he needs to do more on that wing. However, defensively and the goal 7, Yildiz 7. I thought he was the best player on the pitch in the second half. Like everything that was happening came from him, and that goal was brilliant. You know, the timing. You know, perfect assist. So it wasn't the most difficult goal to score, but good. You know, good for his momentum. Good for our momentum, I guess. And that was a good goal, team goal. And yeah, 7. You know, it wasn't unbelievable, but I thought the second half he was the only one who looked like okay, or like one of the few who looked like okay, I'm up for that second half. So 7. Vlahovic 5.5. Not good, not involved. I thought we were more present in and around the box in the first half, not in a way where we were just suffocating Torino and we're creating chances after chances. That remains an issue. But Vlahovic on the ball was not good. You know, kick. You know, I don't know what he did. Kicked his own feet instead of the ball, I think. That even with the goal from Cambiasso, the run was not good. With Thuram's movement, the run was not good. I don't know. It's off. So 5.5. That wasn't fantastic. Not shocking, but not fantastic. Conceição 7. How many minutes did he play? 20, 15. I tweeted it out. I'm like, bringing on because this is it. And he came on, and that's it. You know, he was good. Brilliant assist, you know, composed, not just let me whip it in and whatever. You know, he waited, he saw Yildiz, perfectly timed, perfectly weighted assist, cross, whatever you want to call it. And again, a good game from Conceição. So he is a very important player, which is good and worrying. The fact, like the way he's that important for us, it's good and it's worrying. But I need to appreciate what he offers, and what he offers, I think, is excellent. So 7. McKennie and Danilo, no rating. They come on very late. Thiago Motta 7. I know the attacking phase is still not good and we lack a lot of things, and I 100% agree, and we need to solve that. However, we have become solid. We have become solid because there's more consistency again. There's no Danilo. The backline is more consistent. The midfield is now more consistent. The upfront issue remains, and that's on him to fix. Will it be done overnight? Absolutely not. This is about scheme. This is about getting to know each other much, much better. And this is about, you know, again, you know, just probably scheme, you know, finding ways to get players in better positions. And some of them probably playing with more confidence. So are we a top team? No. Can we be a top team in the future? Yes, because there is potential in this team. However, they also have some very evident deficiencies, you know. But for now, it's a good win. We go into international break with the points, and we come back hopefully all rested and ready to go. So yeah, that's it for me. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will speak to you guys tomorrow. Ciao.